Alright, welcome to the replay of our custom bullet journal setup. Today we are working on July in Janelle's journal. And I've just got to get myself set up. Hey you guys, thank you so much for joining. I'm still just getting set up here. I always join on my other profile so that I can actually see myself. And I guess I should pull up the inspiration pictures too. Hey Paige. Girl, how was your Mother's Day? Okay, I'm just pulling up the inspiration picture for... Why can I not click anything? Uh-oh. Let's see here. Okay. This isn't exactly what I want. Kind of annoying, but okay. I think we got it. Let's start. Relaxed at home. Nice. Yeah, sounds pretty much like mine. Very relaxed. Just spent the day at home with the boys. But I'm fine with that. Just drawing a little cabin over here, a little cottage for July. We started this journal just this afternoon, so for those of you who missed it, I can totally flip through parts of it again. I'm just gonna put in the details before I color over the whole thing. That's great, May. Therapist. I feel like that would be an interesting job. I don't think it would be a good job for me, but I feel like if you were like gifted in that area, that'd be a really fulfilling job to be in. All right, let's put a roof on this thing. And we are going to add quite a bit of detail to this yet. Just kind of putting in a rough outline first. Or not outline, because who's that? But oh yeah, did I say I would flip through it? This is all there is. We're just starting. So this is Janelle, her journal. I think this is the 4th or 5th journal that I've made for her. I can't remember. I know I've for sure done 3, but I'm not sure if I've done even more than that. So yeah, we're starting on Janelle's and we're doing a little cottage theme. This is just the start. And we're doing, so it's a family memory journal. So we are not doing like normal, there's no title pages for the months or anything. Each month just jumps straight into, there's a calendar, which is the only like planning-ish spread. And then other than that, it's all like space for memory keeping, reflection, very like, yeah, I don't know. I think it'll be really good. I want to start doing a journal sort of like this when my kids get a bit bigger and can actually like write in the journal too. I feel like that would be fun. Just going to color that all in. Prefer to cancel. This one is only 6 months, so I'm having a really hard time gauging how long this one is going to take me because it does include a lot more spreads per month. Like for each week, there will be 2 weekly spreads instead of just 1. So in a way, I feel like it will take a long time, but in a way, I feel like, oh, I could be done in a week or two because it's just 6 months instead of 12. All right, let's put in. Oh, sorry. Is that what you meant by you can't see? I had it off camera. I thought you just meant because the doodle is kind of small that you couldn't see the details. My bad. Hopefully that is better. Okay, there's a little cottage. Now let's write July. And we're going to fill all the open space with flowers, like wildflowers. Just this open space, not like the whole page. We're going to leave a lot of white space. But yeah, we'll do a little fence, some flowers, and yeah, I want to write July here first. And I know I don't have any black on the page yet, but I feel like black would almost be nice for July. I could do dark brown, but I'm kind of leaning towards doing July in all black and then doing a like just monoline calligraphy, not normal calligraphy. Yeah, it's 8:30 for me. Paige, I love how you know the answers to my questions before I do. It cracks me up so much. And I'm honestly grateful because like I check my TikTok comments like not nearly often enough for how many there are. And so when I go through and see like, oh, Paige answered all the pressing questions. Thank you. It's just so convenient. I did not square in the light brown. I just started with a triangle. Like I started with a piece of the pie and then did like a rectangle shape underneath. That's what I did. Okay, let's see here. I'm just gonna wing it because that's kind of what we do around here. I knew I kind of wanted to connect the cabin doodle to closer to the calendar, you know? And I'm thinking we bring in some washi tape over here and then we'll fill this space with wildflowers. I'm going to do one little picket fence. Oh yeah, so this is for Janelle. Her name is Janelle Weems. This is my 4th or 5th journal that I've made for her over the past few years. So she used to order like multiple journals a year from me sometimes. And so when I started opening up commissions again, I knew that she was someone that I wanted to work with, and she just happened to get my slot on Saturday, which is lovely. So Janelle likes really natural colors, a lot of like cozy feeling themes, browns, greens, that kind of thing. And it's a July to December family memories journal. So there's no normal weekly spreads, no normal planning pages or tracking pages. It's all like very custom pages to what her family wants. Okay, and somebody was asking about a calligraphy guide. I have a calligraphy guide in my store, a calligraphy workbook. I think it's about $5. But I don't know of any other good ones. Do a tutorial of how to. Yeah, I would love to do a tutorial on hand lettering. I can do that right now if you have something that you want to practice writing or just kind of general rules. But aw, Sydney, how's Rula doing? We just started this journal earlier. I had to end like less than an hour in because my son woke up and I needed to nurse him back to sleep because it was way too early for his wake up. So we just charmed this journal and then chose this theme, this color palette. We didn't like, the only marker that we put on the paper was this afternoon, and then I just did. Oh, Aaliyah, I really wanted to work with her because I can't remember exactly how many journals I've made for her, but I've made at least 3 journals for her in the past. So this is either number 4, 5, or 6. I can't remember. Oh my, LOL. What do you mean LOL? You must just be like conditioned to this by now, because for me, that is not an LOL moment. That's like crisis mode moment. But my boys are both very medically simple, so I don't have that same threshold, I guess, that you do, which I'm very thankful for. Her doctors love the bullet journal. Aw, that's sweet. Okay, and then we'll do like a little stone path. I am so glad we chose this theme because I feel like in a way it's almost like combining the map theme that we looked at with the cottage theme. I'm gonna do a little like stone path going towards the fence. And then we're gonna fill the rest of it with just little wildflowers. So the wildflowers in the picture that we used for inspiration were not to scale with the rest of the photo. There was like big wildflowers, like the size of the house. So that's what I'm planning to do here. Just kind of like fill the extra space with like large flowers, leaves, stuff like that. We've got 2 greens, a pink, a yellow, and a blue to kind of just like fill up the rest of this space by the calendar here. So that's what I'm going to do right now. Just kind of plot a few larger flowers, and then we'll do smaller flowers as well. I'm going to do a large pink flower. All right, let's start with this. Oh yeah, so Janelle let me choose all of the themes except for in December, they're going on a trip to Disney. So she wants it to somehow tie into Disney, but even that was left very open-ended. So yes, we get to choose all of the themes for this one, which is always exciting. I like it when people give me the themes because like, even when they tell me the theme, the more fun part is just choosing how I'm going to interpret it, you know? But it's also fun to just have full discretion, especially on when I'm doing the journal on live, because then there's so many more things for us to choose. So yeah, we've got free reign over these themes. All right, now let's get some blue flowers in here. Hey, Ocean. I'm doing well. You were watching my first YouTube customs. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that would have been a while ago. I'm going to add like white swirls on these to make them look kind of, I don't know, rose-ish. None of these are like specific types of flowers. They're just like flower-ish doodles. And I'm going to add just a few, like just little sprigs of grass or whatever. Put another pink flower up here. The all out doodle. Oh, like my full doodle option for my journals. Yeah, I used to not like purposely limit what people could choose, but just like have a template so that I kind of knew what I was getting myself into with each order, you know? And I mean, that still would be nice because, yeah, you guys definitely put me through the ringer in lives, like choosing much more involved spreads than I ever used to do in my custom journals. I just kind of had my 4 weekly spread options and that was it. And they were all much quicker than the ones that you guys vote for on lives, but it's fine. These ones are more fun and I like the experience. And honestly, the lives have not only been enjoyable, but they've also worked wonders for my account, which I nearly killed over the past few years. So I'll do the hard themes if I have to. No worries. But yeah, I used to offer full doodle journals and minimal doodle journals. And so full doodle had full doodle had doodles on every page, including the weekly spreads. And minimal doodle, it was basically like I would do doodles on the monthly pages, like the title page, the calendar, whatever monthly spreads you choose. But then the weekly spreads had 0 doodles. They just, like, they still had the same like key colors and the same font and stuff. But those ones were like really fast for me to make because I didn't even have to doodle on the weekly spreads. And I might open those back up again soon. I made them so much cheaper because they, like, the weekly spreads are what take a long time, just all the repetition. So they really do save me a lot of time. So I might open those up again at some point. But how do we like that little area? I think I'm going to throw a bit of washi tape over here. That's not quite the match that I'm looking for. Let me just pull out my washi tape. My one with my pinks in it. I feel like a pink, that's closer. No. Can't tell if I'm getting closer or further when I'm testing these pinks. Oh boy. I'm definitely making a mess of my washi tape organization. No, that one's further. Thank you guys. Jordan, the journals are just from my shop. I only have a few left. I finished a whole box, 2 whole boxes of inventory today. I've had those sitting around for years because I honestly just kind of quit trying. But that's what I mean, like the lives have worked wonders. Like I had so many orders last week, which is just such a blessing. And so, yeah, I do still have some of these left, but I'm going to have to get myself some more journals soon because they're selling faster. Kits are coming along okay. Yeah, I have some like samples on the way in the mail, and then the like tutorial portion is coming along pretty well, I would say. I just need to figure out how I want to print the tutorial portion because I would love to like get it nicely printed and bound, but of course the more that I spend on all the little pieces of it, you know, like printing the instructions, and I don't like this. I need a pink plaid washi tape instead of a pink solid. Even if it doesn't match the exact pink quite as well, that's what I want. So let's do this. I don't know if it'll go quicker or take longer. Just like, so there's 4 pages for each week instead of just a 2-page weekly spread. It's going to be like a 4-page weekly spread. So in a way, I feel like it could take longer, but I'm hoping that it goes quicker because that also means like more repetition, you know, like less figuring out what new layouts are going to look like. Gail, there is actually no cover page for this one. This is just a memory keeping journal for Janelle. So she's formatting everything very custom and very different. So it starts off with this calendar page and then it just jumps straight into weekly spreads. And not normal weekly spreads. Let's see. Well, that's what I was thinking, Anderson, but I took a vote a while ago if people would prefer like a printed out guide versus just a video guide, and almost everyone voted printed out. So that's what's making me think I need to do that, but then I'm not sure like how to, yeah. The more effort I put into printing it, the more it costs, and then the more I need to make it cost for you. But I don't want to make it just like, okay, I'm printing this out on printer paper, you know? And then just crumple it up and fold it and put it in the mail for you. Like, that seems silly. Okay, so each month. Monthly calendar. Okay, and then family memories. Full of boxes for notes and pictures. Okay, that's the next spread. Family memories. I thought we jumped straight into the weeklies, but not quite. Patty's journal. I have it here. So if you guys want a flip through of anything, I can do that. Well, yeah, Sydney, that was the thought I had too, was doing like a printable one, but I'm not sure. Are there any, well, pages here, right? Page for moderators. Because I would honestly just take a poll and see what people would prefer. June in Patty's journal. I'm guessing you mean Patty's journal because this journal just started with this spread. These are the first pages. Okay, Paige, I'm going to give you a poll in just a sec. Oh, Maria. Thank you for your order, girl. Let's get that packed up right away. Okay, I'm going to show you June in Patty's journal. We did this super vibrant fruit theme. So here's the title and the goals page, the dashboard, and then the weekly spreads. We went back to this weekly layout that we used back in November as well. Oh, Aaliyah is here too. Okay. Okay, poll options. And this is just like informal. I'm still finalizing things, but for my journal kits, one of the biggest things that I want to include, like the most helpful things, is a resource book that's going to have, it's going to have a bunch of different doodle tutorials. I think I'm around 50 doodle tutorials right now. It's going to have my calligraphy workbook included in it. And then it's going to have a bunch of different layouts. So like 4 different monthly calendar spreads. This is the exact spacing that you need to do, you know, that kind of thing. So that's what the workbook, or the, I'll call it the guide, the bullet journal guide included in the kits. That's what it's going to include. And I'm trying to figure out if I want to print it myself on a normal 8x10 printer. It's just going to look like you printed it out of your own printer and then put that in the mail for you, which would not add very much cost for you guys, but then I would still do the printing on my end. That's option 1 in the poll. Option 2 would be to get it like nicely printed and bound somewhere, which would be more expensive for me and therefore more expensive for you guys. But then it's easier to use probably than just having loose pages, and it also looks a lot more professional. And then option 3 would be to just send every person who buys the journal kit a digital version, maybe even with some videos if I were to do it that way, so that you could choose to print it or use it digitally. I don't know. What do you guys think about that? So option 1, I would print out the journal kind of guide on 8x10 printer paper and just stick it in your package. Option 2, I would get it nicely printed and bound, which would increase the price a little bit more. And then option 3, I'd just send it to you digitally. And then you can kind of choose to do with it what you want. That's what I'm debating right now. What are these comments for? Aw, thank you guys. The new journal is July until December. And I've got to say, I love how this turned out. Super cute. And now we're moving on to a family memories page. Oh, but Maria, are you here right now, Maria? Because if so, let me know what kind of charms you want and we'll get to work on your journal right away too. So we're going to do a family memories page, which is going to be full of different size boxes and just like sections for notes and pictures. Okay, Maria, do you already know what kind of charms you want? I can pull out some options. And you got a vanilla one, hey? Hold up, I gotta grab a vanilla one from the box behind me. Option 3, send it digitally. Oh, honestly, that would be by far the easiest for me. So I am totally okay going that route. Okay, that's good to know, because the last time I took a vote on that, option 3 lost. So I'm glad that maybe it was just that crew. All right, Maria, let's charm your journal, why don't we? So let me show you the kinds of letters that I have. Ooh, I need to organize these better, because I can't remember if I used one of the white M's, because I only have one of each letter in the white, black, and pink, but then I have multiple in the gold. So I know I have M left in the gold, but I'll have to check the other ones. Do you want a letter, or do you just want other charms? Okay, I for sure have a black M and a gold M. I keep seeing the white W and picking it out, thinking that I found an M. Okay, and I have a pink M. So white is the mystery, but if you know that you don't want white or that you don't even want an M, then I will stop searching. Pink or gold? Okay, cool. Well, let's choose something to pair it with so that we know what's gonna look. Pink M, I love that. Nobody has used, have I used any pink letters? Okay, maybe I've used a couple actually. Do you have an idea of what you're looking for? I'll just pull out a few that kind of naturally would go with the pink, but that doesn't mean that you need to use them. You can choose something different. We've got a few stars that would look cute with the pink. This one's white with like little gold flecks. And obviously there's a pink one right there. Let's see. The purple shell is pretty. I like that one. White bow I feel like would go well with an M. But if you think of something, Maria, just let me know and I can see if I have it. The heart says love. There's a rose sort of flower. Is that a unicorn? Yeah, probably. This is such a random bundle of charms. I want to get a new bundle. I love some of them, but then some of them are so... Oh, I have 2 unicorns. See, that's the thing. I just got a random bundle the first time I ordered. And like, some of them are just so funny. Like, I mean, if you want an octopus, there you go. But I just think it's kind of a silly one. The bow looks great. Let's do it. So yeah, I want to order some more charms and be a little bit more specific instead of just a general bundle, because some of them were good, but lots of them are just like kind of dumb. Like there's a marijuana leaf in there, I was saying. Oh, another unicorn. Are you kidding me? Out of a pack of like 50, I have 3 white and purple unicorns. Anyways. All right. Let's charm this. And then Maria... I haven't actually chosen the freebie for this week. Would you rather have a pack of markers or a few rolls of washi tape? What would get you started better? And then I'm just going to make that the freebie for the rest of the week. Yeah, the bow is classic. And I like how it looks with the pink. Very soft and washi tapes for sure. All right, so freebie this week is going to be... You can choose 2 rolls of washi tape. All right. You have a marker hoarding problem. That makes 2 of us. What are your favorites? Your go-tos. And if it's Tombow, then tell me your favorite colors, because I know all my favorite colors for Tombow. All right, there we go. And let me show you what I've got for washi tape. These are all of my fresh, not opened ones, but honestly, if you want one of my... Oh my goodness, there's a spider in there. Pause. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah. Can you kill? There's a big spider in here somewhere. Can you kill it before it crawls on me? Ugh. I almost touched it.
I don't see it.
Well, just shimmy them around a little and you'll see it. It's a decent size. For Canada, that is. Some of you all, I'm sure, have. Ugh. That just makes me feel like I have spiders crawling all over me. Oh. Is it dead? I don't want it back till it's dead. Oh, acrylic markers. I have my first pack of acrylic markers on the way right now. I'm excited to try them.
Tiny.
No, then you saw the wrong one. It was decent size. But like a fat body that probably squirted.
Oh, what?
Yeah. It wasn't just itty bitty. Okay. We'll pick up the washi tape later.
What are the odds there's 2 spiders in there?
I feel like odds aren't too bad.
It's just not that big of a spider.
No, it definitely was a squishy looking one. Okay, I'm just gonna put the washi tape off till later because I really don't want to reach in there at the moment. But if you want any of my washi tape, yeah, actually that'd be great. Thank you. Those ones are all floral, but if you want any of mine, there's no spiders in here. What?
Where do you want them?
Did you take them all out?
No, like I don't know where you want me to put them.
Well, no, just like dump them on the floor.
And that's what I mean.
And then not close to somewhere where you can kill the spider when it gets dumped out.
There's no spider in there. I killed it already.
Okay. If you're sure.
Well, I think I'm sure.
Okay, well then I need them back here so that I can show. Ugh. I just feel like I have spiders crawling everywhere. Okay, here they are. They're very cute. Lots of flowery ones. So I'm not sure. Did you all see it? Ugh. Yeah, it was gross. I reached into here so fearlessly, not even thinking about it. Oh, Jess, you're here. Welcome, welcome. Somebody's comments are being filtered. Do you see anything in here specifically that you like, Maria, or are you not into florals? Because I don't mind sharing out of my own personal washi stash as well, just then they're all started. So. But if you're not into florals, then what washi would I suggest? That's a good question. Do you have any washi tape? Because if not, I'll just set you up with some good basics. But oh, where to start? Okay, let me look in my box down there. Would it be weird if I gave you a used one? Like it obviously it wouldn't be used up, but just a started one. Because I've got lots of, like I have way more washi tape than any one person needs. Oh, you know what I want to give you if you're just starting? Let's do one of these rolls of like the plain dots, because this goes with anything. And then do you have a favorite color to use in your journal? Because I like a neutral with this and then pair it with some kind of colored one. We could do one of these for a colored one. I love these. These are so cute, but like what if we paired these two or something? Or these two if you're, oh, you do like pink? Okay, let's pair these two. Then you've got a really basic one, but also a really cute pink one. I guess I should have guessed that you like pink because you chose the pink M for your journal. Perfect. Thank you so much for your order, Maria. I will get that shipped off to you this week. And let's move on. So we're doing family memories page, and we need, so it's a 2-page spread with a bunch of boxes or just like areas for memories, quotes, notes about the month. Oh yes, Paige, I still have lots of the markers. So if you just request that, I can do that instead. For sure. Okay, so let's do family memories. And how should we lay this out? I'm thinking maybe like a path up to a cottage with flowers kind of around. So like this part will kind of have a doodle, and then the rest will just be like kind of, you know, like a colored box, some highlighted lines, stuff like that. What do you think? We could do Polaroids. I think we're going to do a Polaroid monthly theme though in here probably. So I might save that for then. I think I'm going to do the cottage thing just to keep things going and because I like the idea, so let's just do it. Oh yeah, so this is how I drew the cottage before. I just like kind of do a very simple outline of the base of the cottage. And I'm going to color over that with my lightest color. And then I'll take my second lightest brown and just do like the siding, like just a bunch of like kind of loose stripes. Somebody was asking before how I had done the cottage. And then I'll take my darker one. Oh wait, what did Paige say? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Janelle, well, her journals are often like this, where she has very like specialized spreads. So like she has her core 5 check-in, and then she gives me like prompts to put on each of those pages. And she's got her Sunday check-in, is that what it's called? And then I forget what all of the pages are, but yeah, she's always got a bunch of very like family specific ideas for her family. And yes, Sarah, this is the start of Janelle's journal. We just started it today on live. This is literally the first page. We just planned the theme, did the charms, did that page, and then my baby woke up. Whoops, this ink is too wet to draw on right now. So let's do a little path. I don't think Janelle does watch the lives. I don't think she ever has. I'm not even sure if she has TikTok. Which is so different, hey? Like all the journals that I've done so far, the customer has always been, for most, if not all of the lives, has been here. So this will be a different feel. And memories. All right, and then let's add some more. Sarah, it sold in 8 minutes. I opened up the listing and posted to my story like in sync, and then 8 minutes later it was gone. It's not always like that, but this time I know I had a few people with like, you know, timer on waiting for the release. I'm not sure, Maria. I think I'm gonna wait and see. So that one starts in July. So I would want to mail it off to someone in early June to give them enough time to get it. So if I'm available to keep working on it in early June, then I would work on it a bit more, you know, like let someone buy it and choose like 3 more months or something to put in there and then send it off in early June. But if I have other orders to work on that whole time, then I will probably just come June sell it as it is to whoever would like it. Because I surely don't need it sitting around here. So I'd rather just give it to someone as is with 3 months in it. Yeah, it'll give someone a good head start anyway. Yeah, that's true. I could use it for content, just have something to doodle in. Yeah, Maria, I'm trying to get ahead of it. I am currently working with my manufacturer to get some more. I'm so indecisive on like what to do for the cover design and what colors to get. I know I'm going to do 4 colors. And then all the same color design, because in order to hit my minimum order quantity or whatever. But I just am taking my sweet time coming up with the stuff because I'm just indecisive. But yes, I'm hoping to place an order for my next like batch of journals in the next week or two so that I don't run into the issue where I need to take a break because I'm all out of journals. But we'll see how quickly things actually move. Well, okay, cover design ideas, Sydney. Honestly, I'm toying around with trying something totally different, which would be doing no design on the cover and then adding the designs custom myself. Either like with a Cricut and then just doing the like gold print on so that people could choose their name or something. Or something that I think would be fun too would be getting like a bunch of patches made, and then you could choose a patch, like, you know, the first letter of your name, or like a strawberry, a dog, whatever options I end up having, you know? So like I'm toying around with the idea of not doing any design, but then it would open up the question of, well, what am I going to do instead? And I just haven't totally figured any of that out yet. All right, I'm going to mark my halfway point on these pages. Where did my ruler go? Where did my ruler go? Oh, here. I know, I feel like the patches thing would be cute, but then I need to find also a good supplier of patches, and I don't know if I would design a bunch of patches or if I would just find some like already made patches. It just like opens up a lot more questions and options, so I want to be like sure that that's what I want to do before I do it, you know. But yeah, those are kind of that's what I'm getting hung up on, is like if I even want to do a design on the cover or if I want to just kind of figure something else out. But then is that like too much customization, you know, like if I'm letting people choose a charm and patches, because eventually I'll need to increase the price if it's taking me that much more time, you know? So I want to keep things affordable and not too time consuming, but I also like the idea of adding customization. So I don't know. That's kind of the biggest thing that I'm stuck on. If I do a design, I feel like I would do something fairly simple, like, I don't know, a bow or something, just cute. It is kind of hard to come up with designs if I'm only doing one, you know, like Archer and Olive can just pump out a bunch of designs, but for me to hit my minimum order quantity, I just do one at a time. So I want something very like neutral kind of. I know, that's the thing. Like, is that the more fun I have with it, the more just like daily work it takes for me. Which, I mean, I'm not opposed to putting some work into it, but I want my orders to grow, you know? And so there would come a point where if they keep growing, that adding that much extra work would, you know, no longer work for the amount of time that I can give it. But so yeah, that's the biggest thing I'm getting hung up on, is whether to not do any pre-done design on the cover of the journal, but then just hoping that I have enough time to do all of that customization, you know? So yeah, I'm torn. What kind of box am I gonna do over here? Maybe just like a little, we'll just make a little mini box. Some memories are just mini, or quotes, or whatever she puts in this one. I'll thicken that up a little. Oh, the yellow one is a Zebra Mildliner brush pen, and I don't remember the color, and they don't write it on here, unfortunately. That's kind of what I was, yeah, that's why I did the charms on these journals, because it's a very simple way to customize. Because yeah, even if I do the Cricut route, then that means, you know, using my computer to like choose everyone, you know, like the name that they want on it and the font and all of that, and get that all typed out, double check that I spelt everything right, print it onto the foil, transfer the foil onto the paper, press the paper onto the journal, you know, like, so even though it's in a way easier than patches because I don't need to find someone who makes it, it's still a lot more work than what I'm currently doing. And so yeah, I'm just not sure. Yeah, they don't do brush tips in all the colors, but they do for some. Okay, what am I doing for this box up here? I need to have some more box ideas. I'm running out. Running out of boxes. Maybe I'll just do like a little, oh, I know what I'll do for this one. I'll just do like a little header and then notes lines under it. Oh, picture frame. Good idea. I know, I thought about that, Jen, but I don't know what kind of cover I would need to get for that. Because I tried hand lettering on one of these journals with acrylic markers. I don't actually see that journal. Oh, here it is. Oh no, that's not even it. How many extra vanilla journals do I have in here? I don't know where it is, but, and it just kind of like absorbed into the fabric a bit and like bled out and didn't look very good. Dotted border. Yes, I can do that. Let's do a blue dotted border. I'm guessing you meant dashed, but I just at the last second decided to do like actually dotted. Thank you guys. Becca, no, this is for Janelle. That's my current customer. We just finished the one for Patty just the other day, and so now we're working on Janelle's. Oh right, picture frame. Yeah, I should do like a little hanging frame sort of deal, hey? So let's do a little kind of design picture frame. We'll make it oval. It's not as big as I meant to do, but whatevs. Still room to write a little quote or something. And then we'll hang it up on a hook. Add some white. And then I'm going to do another just simple highlighted lines one on this page, because this page doesn't have one of those yet. Okay, there we go. Family memories spread. Love how that turned out for Janelle. Just lots of spaces for her to write down quotes, funny things that happen in the month, memories throughout the month. And so there we go. That's the start of July. Now let me check the Google form from her. Okay, so now we get into her more specialized pages. Well, I mean, these are kind of special, but so the first one here, she requested a family worship page, and that one is just a heading with notes. So I'm going to do the heading and then probably just fill it in with flowers. I don't want to overdo these pages because there's going to be a lot of repetition. I need to do these over and over again, so I'm not going to go too crazy on the layouts for these ones. So yeah, this one will be family worship, and then this one is this week's memories, and both of those are just going to be open pages with a border. And then the next two pages for each week have a little bit more structure to them, right? Not much. Okay, not much. So let's see here. Family worship, that's what I'm trying to write. And let me just see. We are going to need, 5 weeks. So I'm going to write family worship and then the dates that it's for, and then the next heading. So let's do that. Then all right, and then next is this week's memories. All right, so let's write that over here. I think now that I'm thinking about it, I think I'm just going to do all the headings for the whole month so that I count my pages right and everything. And then we'll come back in and add doodles. This week's memories. Then next we have Sunday check-in. Okay, here we go. I need to leave myself a bit more space because all of them have kind of been slanting up, which is on purpose. I'm slanting all of them up because that's what I did for the monthly title, but I don't want to get too squished up at the top here. Sunday check-in. I love this. This is like just for her and her husband to check in every Sunday. Sounds brilliant. Check in. And then the next one is her core 5 reflection. I'm not sure what her core 5 are, but every week for this spread, she's got a different prompt that she wants me to write in, which I'm just going to write in the prompts later because it's a long question and I didn't write them all down. And I don't want to dig up that exact message on live every time. So I'm just going to do all the prompts at the end of the journal. But that's what this page is, just an open journal prompt page. Okay, so that's it. For each week is going to have family worship, this week's memories, Sunday check-in, core reflection. We're going to fill this with flowers. We're going to add borders to all of these. And we need to do 5 weeks for this month. So this is 1 week. I feel like that already took so long, just writing in all the heading. Oh, I need to prove to TikTok that I'm not a robot. Unable to verify. Come on. Okay. Perfect. Whew. Cut it close. No, Gil, she did not choose any of the themes except for she did say that in December they're going to Disney. So she wants it to be somehow Disney themed. Okay, so on this one we've got family worship. I need to move some of this clutter on my desk so that I can get a better writing position because we are in this for the long haul. Okay, so fam. I think I'm just going to write all the family worships so that I don't have to double check my headings every time. Do everything in batches. Wait, how many was that? I think it was 4, but I want to double check. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then last one. Okay. Okay, and then next to family worship on this one was this week's moments. So let's do all of those headings now. Okay, Dinah. That's all of them, right? Okay, next is Sunday check-in. Here we go. Okay, let's see. Did I miss any comments? I think I did this week's memories on the first week. Yes, I did. Okay, next we need all of the Sunday check-ins. So let's do that. Oh, you're right. This week's moments, meh, I'm gonna deal with that later. I'm busy. Used to use that. Okay, what are we doing now? Sunday check-in. Yeah, it is moments, you guys are right. Sunday check-in. She was just calling it her family memories journal, Patty. Sunday check-in. Okay, and then the last one, Core 5 reflection. Okay, let's do this. Core 5. The pen I'm using is Lyra Aqua Brush Duo, but it's basically the same as the Tombow dual tip brush pens with the felt tip on the other end. Oh yeah, sorry, Sue. They are sold out at the moment. I just do one at a time. And this one was just bought on the weekend, so I will not be restocking until this one is complete. It's only a 6-month journal, but some of these spreads are time consuming, so I'm not sure how long it's gonna take. this my last one? Yes, okay. Can do it. And we are going to be writing this for every month. That's one thing that will take longer is I can't just use my fancy little days of the week stamps for the weekly spreads, you know? Because there are no weekly spreads. It's all these. Okay. Oh yeah, for sure, Sarah. I did, so this was the calendar page with the path and the flowers, and then this was the family memories page. Yeah, I know. I'm thinking this is going to be more work than I thought, but it's okay. Okay. Now, for these pages, we're going to keep it pretty simple. So I'm just going to do a few flower doodles up around the top and then maybe like a border. Not sure about the border though, because I want to leave these very open. So like for family worship, she said full page for notes. This one, I think I'm just leaving open for her to write in memories. And then the Sunday check-in, she was going to write in prompts. So I'm going to leave that open for that. And then core 5, I just need to give one prompt, which I'm going to do later because I don't have them all written down. I'm going to do that when I'm done the whole journal, just fill in all of her prompts. But for now, I just want to write the dates for each of these weeks so that, so the first one is so it would start on the 30th, because it's June before. 30th to the 6th, right? She would start this on a Monday. Yeah, 30th to 6th. So let's write that just over here. 30th to 6th. I'm going to write that just small underneath each one so that she still has them labeled. Even though they don't have like days of the week on them. Okay, so then the next one is 7th to 13th. And then we've got 14th to 20th. st to 27th. And then 28th, 30th, 1st, 2nd, 3rd. Okay, 28th to 3rd. Okay, now let's do some flowers around here, and I'm gonna make every page the same to keep it simple for myself. So I'm gonna do a few of the big ones over here. Maybe a few more big ones. Janelle's journals are not always this layout, but what she used to do would be order 2 journals from me per year. So she would have a planning one and a memories one. And the memories one, I don't remember. It's been so many years. I don't think she had these same layouts in it. But now she's currently using my digital bullet journal for her planning one, and then doing this just for memories. All right, last page with those one type of leaves. Now let's do that one type of flower. Thanks, Jenny. Page, I've had people request like difficult things, but I just kind of find a doodly version of it that I can do. I'm trying to think. Like normally people don't, you know, like I shouldn't say normally. Some people do send me pictures of like every spread that they want, and I more or less have to copy it. And so far I don't think I've had anyone like that who has sent me things that I wasn't able to do. But I have had people suggest like really challenging themes for me, and so I just kind of find a way to do it in my own more simple style. I'm trying to think of some examples. Oh yeah, so one in Janelle's bullet journal, such an interesting theme idea was a zebra with a flower crown, which I was like super intimidated by, but then I ended up finding a way to doodle it, and I did still do a zebra with a flower crown, but it just was not as scary as I thought it was going to be. And then what was the other one? Oh yeah, someone wanted a lion one time. Someone wanted an African sunset with like an acacia tree silhouette and a giraffe silhouette. So I've definitely had some that just like don't fit with my art style that I've had to kind of get creative about how I portray them, but they've all worked out. These Crayola markers, this is actually my first pack of them, but all of my favorite ones are already long dried out. I haven't bought another one because half of the markers still work. It's just my favorite ones don't. That's the same thing with my box of Crayola Super Tips. I've only ever had one of the 100 pack boxes, but probably my favorite like 20 markers have been dry for years. But then I just get so many other markers like gifted to me that I never rebuy, you know? Like the reason I have so many Tombos of each color is because anytime Stationery Pal offers a collaboration, I always restock my Tombos that are starting to run low and then get a few new products to try. So I only ever buy multiples of those like markers that come just on their own. I've never bought like a new big pack of markers to replace a big pack. But yeah, that's just me. Yeah, totally, Jess. I know, that was me too when I started journaling, because I would always just like find the coolest looking one that I could and then try to recreate it. And then when I couldn't, I would be like really discouraged. And then I realized that there were so many ways to make my journal cute in a way that I could do. But yeah, that's why if you guys haven't checked out my YouTube channel and you're new to journaling, I don't post on it regularly anymore. Well, I am starting to upload some of these lives, so I will be posting regularly, but I'm not like, you know, creating YouTube specific content regularly anymore. But I used to do like every month, I would do like 5 simple April themes, and then I would do it in like real time and walk through all of the different doodles, different lettering styles and stuff. So you can go dig up some old videos if that's the kind of stuff that you're looking for to get you started. Oh yes, I can, Ryan, for sure. I will show you the calendar page. I love how this theme is turning out so far. Such a cute little, like it combines so many different things, like a floral theme, cottage theme, kind of the map thing that we were looking at this afternoon. Okay, made it through all of the flowers. Elizabeth, this is Janelle's custom journal. So here's her calendar page for July. Ryan? Oh yeah, Jess, it's far back, like probably in 2021 or 2022 is the last time I made a video like that. Oh, hey, Shay. Thank you, Ryan. Yeah, I'm really happy with how this one turned out. I need to send a picture, though, to Janelle and see if these boxes are going to be big enough for what she wants it for. Like, since this is mostly a memory-keeping journal, I don't actually know what she's going to use this page for, if it will be planning or just, like, kind of, you know, a little doodle or sentence about what happened that day. So I need to check with her and see if this is a good size. If not, we might go back to the bigger calendars for later months, but I do really love the composition of this. This is how Ivana journals. I just copied her spacing because I always love her bullet journal spreads. And then we have a family memories page, which I'm going to do like more detailed planning pages on these 2 monthly spreads. But since there are twice as many weekly layouts as usual, I'm going to pull it back on the weekly spreads in order to still make this, like, it will be obviously more pages than a normal 6-month journal would be, but I'm going to limit myself a bit on the weekly spreads so that it's not like, you know, twice as much work as a regular 6 months journal. It's just a bit of extra work. So these ones aren't going to have, you know, like outline or like highlight lines everywhere or anything. They're just going to be basically a heading and then an open page just to keep myself sane and, you know. Normally 6-month journal means about 80 to 90 pages. I did offer Janelle a bit more because she's just supported my shop so well, but this is going to definitely be more pages than what I normally would do for 6 months. So the 12-month, I still follow the same formula that I followed when my journals were only 160 pages. I followed that same formula, and then I used to have to, like, you know, turn down requests if people asked for anything extra at all, like extra yearly spreads or even just like extra pages at the end, or like, hey, this is my birthday month, can I have this kind of spread? I used to have to turn that down because I only had exactly the number of pages that I was using for all of the monthly spreads. But now what I've been doing now that I have bigger journals is still sticking with my same like kind of classic template and my same like pricing that I charge for that many pages. And then if people ask for some extra stuff, then I just have the ability to say yes to it. So that's what I've been doing with this one. And then if they don't ask for extra stuff, then they just have extra pages at the end to swatch markers or washi tape or add some extra, you know, whatever kind of spreads they might need. All right, yellow flowers time. Do you make your own books because you... Oh, no, all of my journals have the same number of pages. It just how much I fill up. That didn't make any sense. But yeah, so for example, they all have 192 pages, but a 6-month journal would typically take up like 80 to 90 of those. And then a 12-month journal would take like 160 to, you know, I have more flexibility now, so could go up to 192, which it did for Alyssa's journal. But yeah, I use the same size journal for everyone. You just have more or less empty space to use for yourself. But yeah, like I do always, when I restock, there's always options for like, even if people just want like a 1-month journal or a 3-month journal, just like have the journal itself and then I can, you know, get it started for them. And those would also come with yearly spreads too, but then it leaves a lot more journal open for you, you know? Okay, but we were talking before about my next batch of journals. And so yeah, the patch idea, the Cricut idea, they both sound fun. They both sound like they could get to be a lot of work. Hey Faye, hey Anita. Thank you guys for joining. So if I would just do a standard design on each journal, like I did with these ones, they've got a paper airplane on the front. What kind of design would you want? I know people were throwing out ideas before. I was thinking something simple like a bow, which yeah, that's why I chose paper airplane for this one. It's just very simple. Oh, and then I found a few. Where did I put those? Oh yeah. Wait. From my first ever collection of journals that I launched, I had this little kite, which I liked that one too. And then there was a green. I didn't find any green ones left, but these ones only had 160 pages. But so those ones I did a kite. I always try to keep it very basic so that I can just do the same design for all colors. And yeah, I was thinking like a bow or something on this one, if I go that route, or like a postage stamp with a bow on it or something. I like the kite. Flowers. Those are cute ideas. Bow to tie up the bouquet. And then for colors, I think I'm going to do 4 in my next release. And I know Chelsea wants pink. I don't think Chelsea's here tonight, but I know she wants a blush pink. So I'm on the prowl for a blush pink. And then I always like to have kind of a neutral option, like a brown or a cream or something. And then when I posted it in my stories the other day, like a teal or sage color got the most votes. But sage green, yes, Anderson. Okay, Jess, I've got a beautiful brown swatch from my manufacturer that I'm pretty much sold on, but to be honest, my current manufacturer doesn't have a great pink that I really like a good blush pink. So I don't know if I'm going to have to just go with a brighter one. I don't really want to find a different manufacturer just for one color. But chocolate brown, yes, love that. Nice, Paige. Did you vote in my poll? Light blue, I love that idea. I get my markers, to be honest with you, I get them from sponsorships. I would not have nearly so many markers if it wasn't for sponsorships. You really don't need lots. If I were just journaling for myself, I probably would only have the Crayola Super Tips and Tombow Fudenosuke to do some calligraphy, and then maybe a few Tombow colors. Oh, a light gray would be nice. But that's where I get all my markers, is just from stationery brands. You don't need to have tons of markers to get started. Mustard yellow, burnt orange. But when I do get markers, it's usually from Stationery Pal. I have Stationery Pal linked in my bio because I think they used to anyways. I haven't worked with them in a long time, but they used to always have the best price that I could find for Tombows. And they also have the Zig brushables. They have zebra mildliners. Like, they have all the different types of markers that I know I like. Stationery Pal always has all of them. So that is my like go-to website for ordering markers, but that's also just because they've worked with me so many times. But I do have a discount code in my bio if you're interested. Oh yeah, and Paige and Maria and those of you who have bought journals or are wanting to, in case I don't say this again in the meantime, when I do launch the journal kits, like just message me and I'll send over the guide, like digitally or whatever, because I know that you guys have been hearing all about the journal kit, and so for some of you don't want to buy a journal because you want to wait for the kit that has the guides, but I'll just email it to you if you, or send it to you if you just message me, because I don't want that to be, I don't want you to miss out on that just because you're choosing to support my business now. Like, I'm very grateful, so I'll send that your way. Okay, are we almost done? Oh my goodness. Okay, close. Let's do this. Then we've got blue flowers. Well, thanks, Maria. I don't mind your impatience. I appreciate the order. Yes, Elizabeth. Yeah, so just message me. I should maybe get you guys on a list or something right now, because yeah, so the journaling guide is going to include my calligraphy workbook. It's got a doodle guide, which right now I think is around 50 doodles, just like tutorials for them. And then also, like, it's basically what we do on TikTok Live, you know, like choosing a doodle and then choosing a layout. So it's got, you know, like 3 different calendar layouts or whatever. And then it tells you count 9 dot spaces from the top, do like a 5x6 box or whatever. No, the guide won't normally come with a journal, but for those of you guys who have been here listening to me yap and yap about this guide and then have chosen to buy a journal from me, even though you know that the guide isn't here yet, I'll still give it, like, still want to send it to you. But normally it will just be part of the kits. Aw, you guys are sweet. Well, I don't know. I'm just really grateful for you guys all supporting me, because I know I've said this before, like, I haven't done this seriously in years, and I had no idea how long it would take for, you know, people to find me and if it would even work to try to start this stuff back up. And I've had these boxes of journals sitting in my basement since 2022, not really trying to sell them. And so the fact that you guys are here supporting my lives and like buying these journals that I had kind of given up on now that I jumped back into it, like, yeah, I'm grateful. And the thing about it being digital is, like, I'm not going to print it out and send it to each of you. But it's just digital. So of course I can just easily email it to you. I'm not sure yet. I know we voted on it earlier today. I don't know yet if I'll print it out or just do digital with the kits themselves. But for those of you who have just like recently ordered, I'll just send it digitally. And that is easy peasy. Oh yes, Faye. So there's not really covers in this one. This is Janelle's Family Memories journal. And so because she chose to have so many extra weekly spreads, she cut down on monthly spreads. So she doesn't have a title. She just has a calendar and family memories. And then all the weeks have twice as many spreads as normal. So that is the time consuming part here. Yes, I did finish Patty's journal. We just finished it on Friday. So I've got it here. If anyone has certain themes that you want to see in that journal before I pack it up and send it off to Patty, I'm going to film the flip through tomorrow. I still haven't gotten to that this week. But I told Patty that I would hang on to it for a week and then send it off to her. So we are going away for May long weekend. So I won't be on live at all during the weekend, which I'm often not anyways, but I'm going to try to get Patty's journal all filmed and sent off before then. Oh, and update on the journaling kits. I can't believe I didn't say this. I decided to just buy Tombow Fudenosuke calligraphy markers for all the journaling kits because I wasn't able to find anything as good. And I feel like that's a pretty vital piece. Night, Jess. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, and you need to bring your journal sometime and then tell me when you've got your journal and we can try to do some overlapping spreads with themes or lettering or whatever that you'll like to use in your journal. Jess just got her journal in the mail. I think today or yesterday, something like that. And so I want to get it started with her. Yes, 14th to 20th is dates. I'm working on Janelle's journal. So Janelle is doing a family memories journal instead of like a usual kind of planning journal. So that is what we're working on here. And this is the first month in here, so I don't have anything really to flip through in here yet to show you guys. I think I hear my baby. I'm just going to make sure that my husband doesn't have his headphones on.
Oh,
You can. Is that little guy?
As far as I'm gonna go.
Okay, thank you. I should be done soon, but you can try and then if you need me, let me know. Okay. Sorry. Oh, Michaela, what kind of bullet journal business did you start? The ones that I use are my own journals that I design. I know, Michaela, it does that to me too, even though I've been like talking about nothing but bullet journaling on my phone since 2020. It still autocorrects to bulletin board almost every day. Aw, thanks, Sherry. Thanks for joining. Have a good night. But yeah, Michaela, what kind of bullet journal business are you starting? Like custom journals? Or something different? I know of a few people who do custom journals, but it's definitely not super common. Oh, cool. Okay, hallelujah. We are getting closer. I'm gonna do the white gel pen swirls on this side of the page so that when I flip, it's not getting squished, and then I'll go the opposite direction to do them on the other side of the page. So some swirls on all the blue flowers. Then I want to do this page without pressing down the other side so that I don't need to wait for it to dry. Michaela, good brands. Are you wanting to like buy in bulk, like hundreds or thousands, or are you wanting to buy like just kind of a few at a time? no, you graduated, Kimberly. Oh no, that sucks. Michaela, that's a good question. A few at a time. I mean, I could try to work out some kind of discount for you with mine, but I'm trying to think of if I know of others who would be like equally affordable, because I know Archer and Olive is a little bit more expensive than mine. Same with Notebook Therapy. I haven't checked like Amazon or anything like that lately for bullet journals now that I sell my own, so I don't know what other affordable options are out there. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I would search Amazon, but you can definitely like reach out to me if you want to try making like a, you know, order of 5 or something like that. I am sure I can do some kind of discount. All right, I'm going to give that just a second to set this page before I press down on it. Yes, it is a new one. I forgot about the washi tape that we used at the start. We didn't bring that in anywhere else, eh? Oh well. Okay, I think that should be good. So Elizabeth, I only open up one custom order like this at a time to be fully customated, and then the other ones are only like normal journals only have the charm customization, and that just takes me a few minutes. So I just do it on live, or like right when someone places the order, I try to do it ASAP. But yeah, for like fully customized journals like this, I just open up one order at a time so that I can make sure that I don't bite off more than I can chew, and I have a reasonable amount of time to finish each one. Oh, Muji? Do they have bullet journals? I know they've got like cute like little planners, and I love their gel pens, but I didn't know that they had bullet journals. I've never actually like looked at Muji's website or anything though. I just get their pens from Stationery Pal. Oh, interesting. I had no idea. Yeah, Michaela, you likely already know this if you've been bullet journaling, but I personally would recommend going for 160 GSM journals. I know Michaels, when I first started, I would source my journals from Michaels because they were more affordable. But they are a wonky size. They're not a standard A5. They're quite a bit wider. And also they only went up to 120 GSM. So I use those for the first year or two of my custom bullet journal business, but they definitely aren't as robust as a full 160 GSM journal. Oh, Gail. Yeah, so Michaels, they're like most budget-friendly ones, I think are like 80 GSM. They're really bad. That's what my very first bullet journal was. And by really bad, it would be fine if you weren't wanting to like color in it, if you were just doing pen or like washi tape and stickers kind of deal. But then they also do have a slightly better one, which is the 120 GSM. And that one worked okay for me for a couple of years. It's just not quite as nice. Oh, no kidding, Paige. That's a great deal. Yeah, I haven't checked Amazon for bullet journals in years. All right, I think this is going to be done for now after this. I need to go to bed. I'm going to finish doing all the little leaves, but I'm not sure if I should add anything more to these pages or if I should just be done. But I know I'll be done for tonight. I'm just not sure if I should continue on it tomorrow or keep moving along. Oh, cool, Kimberly. I wish I loved charcuterie. It's a cute idea. I feel like the boards always look so beautiful, but I'm not a huge fan, to be honest. Yeah, right, Paige. I know, the bleeding. Like, I didn't think about that at all either before I got my first journal. But it's a killer. Good night, Elizabeth. Thank you for joining. Oh yeah, days of the week, or dates, yeah. Yeah, I bet, Anita. Thanks for the likes, you guys. I know, Kimberly. Like, yeah, I have a few like Instagram friends who do custom journals as well. And yeah, that's the question that they send me, like, how do you make so many of these? You know, they'll just do like a couple a year. And I'm like, honestly, you just gotta wing it. Like, if you take the time to sketch things out and plan everything perfectly, you will never, you know, get enough done to actually like make this profitable, because you're going to spend so much time on the little details. You just have to get good at winging it. Which in my own journal, I sketch things out. I don't sketch things out, but I plan things out more in my head, at least, more than I do in these. Just because I'm only doing one spread at a time usually, you know. And so, but with these, it's just like, okay, how can I, what are my few options for the title page? Okay, just kind of pick it and run with it. Otherwise, yeah, it would take me like multiple months to make this journal if I were sketching anything out in advance. All right. Yeah, my hand is sore after this one. It doesn't usually feel too sore, but all the weekly spreads are where it gets really repetitive, and this journal has twice as many weekly spreads per month. So that will definitely be more repetitive. I told you guys I would flip through Patty's journal, didn't I? I forget who asked about that. Are you still here? Whoever asked about it? Because if not, I'll probably just do it tomorrow. But I can do it now if you've been waiting here for me to flip through Patty's. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. It was Faye. Okay, that sounds right. The Stanley, I've had mine for a few years, still in great shape. I like it. I think it's worth it, but I've never tried any dupes or anything. Okay, I'll probably just flip through the journal tomorrow, unless someone can't make... Oh, you guys would love to see it. Okay, where did it go? I put it down here so that I had more room for my elbows while I was doing that endless calligraphy. I'm gonna have to put you back up here then so that I can do a quick flip through, and then I am gonna have to say goodnight. It is 10:30 and that's past my bedtime, but here's Patty's journal. I'm gonna film the flip through tomorrow and edit it later this week. We'll be gone for the weekend, so it won't be live until next week. So here are the yearly spreads, and I did end up deciding to do a second gratitude spread between 2025 and 2026 for her. Here's July. We did a beach theme, and these are the weekly spreads in July. And then for August, we did this rainbow Dutch door theme. And then here we have the weekly spreads for August. I know, I love Patty's journal too. I'm always so hesitant to send off custom journals because I need to like take enough pictures and enough video to like capture everything that I like about it. Okay, and then we've got September, this little vintage doodle theme, her monthly dashboard, and then these beautiful weekly spreads. I love how these ones turned out. And then for October, we did this little Halloween sort of theme. And we've got these weekly spreads, which I also love. August, September, and June. Yeah, those are solid. I think March is my #1 favorite. And second to that, I'm not really sure. I like a lot of them. November, we did this fall wreath. And then for the weekly spreads, we did this layout. December, we did a crafty Christmas theme here. And here's the weekly layout for December. Then we've got a little 2026 title page, and then January. Oh yeah, and I added this off camera just the other day, a gratitude page for the new year. That matches the January monthly dashboard. And then the weekly spreads look like this. And then February, this is an Amanda Rach Lee theme, these candy hearts. And then these are the weekly spreads. I love how these weeklies turned out. March, my personal favorite month, and like the exact aesthetic that Janelle asked for in her journal. So we'll probably do something similar to this at some point. Here's the monthly dashboard. And then here's the weekly spreads, which I love. April, our sunflower theme with ladybugs and bees brought into it. Oh, there goes my laptop. I forgot to charge it between the afternoon live and this current live, so it's dead. This is a Cat's Planner inspired theme for May. We've got her monthly dashboard, and then the weekly spreads look like this. And then last month in the journal is a super vibrant fruit theme for June. And the weekly spreads for June look like this. So yeah, tomorrow I'm going to film some more content with Patty's journal, take some more pictures of it, and then pack it up and send it off on Thursday because we are going out of town for the weekend on Friday. Thank you, Kimberly and Sydney. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. I'll be live again tomorrow to work on probably August in Janelle's journal. If you guys think we should backtrack and add anything to those July weekly spreads that we just did, we can do that too. But yeah, we'll work on August in Janelle's journal tomorrow night. And I plan to go live Thursday as well. And then I will be out of town for a little bit. But thank you guys so much for joining and for your feedback on like my next order of journals and the journal kits and stuff. I really want to get those going ASAP, but I also just get like so indecisive. So it's nice to have your feedback. Thank you, Stephanie. I have always enjoyed drawing, but for most of my life, I haven't really drawn very much. But anyways, I can share more on that a different time if you guys are interested. But yeah, thank you all so much for joining. Have a good night, you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Feel free to use my code LIVE50 for 50% off my shop. And all orders this week are going to get packed on Live and also get free washi tape is the freebie this week. So thank you guys for joining. Have a good night.